Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Neville Cherry, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful night, evening, day, whenever you happen to be watching this. And I'm back, okay? The love doctor is back. The self-love doctor is back, okay? You know the drill. Go get you something to write with and let's talk. Today, we're going to be talking about how your past is something to learn from, not dwell on. We're going to talk about how you need to let it go. Take all that past trauma, all that past pain, all those past hurts, stick it in a book bag, drive it down to your nearest train station and leave it there, okay? We don't need it anymore. We need to understand, how do we take the lessons from these things that have happened to us. Of course, I'm not talking about super like tragedies and stuff like that, but again, I'm talking about the little lessons that we constantly are learning, or the cycles that we're constantly in. What can we learn from these lessons? What can we take out of it to become a better person? Okay, this hurt and pain and trauma is not to paralyze us. It's actually to further us, because it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. First, before I begin, I just want to say I am so sorry for all the past pain and trauma that you've been through. You never deserved it, okay? So don't think that I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, it's good. That pain, that car accident, all of that was for your fate. You know what I'm saying? I understand. It sounds bad, but at the end of the day, there's certain things that we can learn from so we can change our futures, you know? Because sometimes them tests be looking real familiar, okay? And at a certain point, it's not nobody else's fault why you're still doing the same shit. So again, before we begin, I just want to apologize, and I hope everybody is able to heal and mend all the pain and trauma that you guys have been through. Okay, this is just some empathy from your little niece, your big cousin, your big sister, your little aunt, your little cousin. It's just some empathy from me to you before I get in that ass. Okay. Sometimes certain things may happen to us, whether we understand it now or later, or whether we deem it necessary or not for our path to becoming, a greater version of ourselves. Because, whether or not, it's gonna happen. Okay. life just be doing shit. Okay. It just be randomly popping out scenarios ready to kick somebody's ass just cause life feel like it. Like, that's what it is. We just have to understand that there is no perfection. We're not gonna have great days for 365, like maybe two. Maybe two out of the, out of the year might be good, but it's never gonna be super happy 24/7. We have to understand that, because life be life, okay? We all know that. We have to understand life from a neutral perspective, because somebody just lost their last 20, but somebody else just found the 20 that they needed to fill up their tank. You know what I'm saying? So whether we deem it like negative or positive, life is just always happening, always. So it's up to us to understand, what can I learn from this? How can I better myself from these experiences that we can learn from, to help us not make them damn decisions again, okay? And they don't become future mistakes that can hinder us and stop us and change our trajectory completely. Also too, if it involves like another party, learn from their mistake, learn from what they were doing, how did they go about it? Like, for example, if you was with a, cheating ass ex, okay? Be like, you know what? When he started to get distance, when she started to get distance, this meant something, you know what I'm saying? So you could, because listen, it be looking real familiar, okay? Because sometimes these tests look real familiar, like, oh, I done seen this before about a couple times. So keeping this information, and instead of using it to like, I'm a victim, this always happens, you can look out and stay clear from those things, because sometimes the lesson will come in different forms, same way. Okay, I'm saying, like, the last one was 6 feet, okay? That one came in 6 feet. The other one might come in 5'7", okay? But same way, still manipulative, still acting crazy, still hating you, still treating you wrong, you know what I'm saying? Still cheating. And again, another note that I want to make is that also use your discernment, because sometimes past trauma and past pain causes us to like block off any opportunities to get to know people and block off opportunities for a new job because the last one went bad. Just because the last one went horrible doesn't mean this one will. Use your discernment. Like I said, again, you got to get closer to yourself. You get closer to yourself, you get closer to God, and God can give you the discernment that you need, period. Okay, So make sure with everything and all that I tell you, use your discernment to filter it out. And with that being said, if it quacks like a duck, it might be a motherfucking duck. The moment you stop dwelling on it and saying like, oh my God, this always happens. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm the victim. They're always coming after me. You will start to see where you're messing up at, where you need to, okay, this happened last time. Maybe if I don't do this, maybe if I set this standard, maybe if I don't go to this place, maybe if you say, hey, listen, I didn't like the way you talked to me that way, blase, 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 because last time you didn't say that, because last time you went, last time you were saying yes when you wanted to say no, last time you was doing things and compromising yourself just to make the other person happy. You know what I'm saying? So now it won't even be like you're the victim. You'll see it and clock it right away. So now you're avoiding all this stuff that you're always constantly healing from. How much healing are you going to do from the same things you're putting yourself into? At a certain point, you're just digging yourself your own hole and keeping yourself in there. Because there's a difference between knowing, like you could see something from a mile away and say, you know what, this looks familiar, but I'm going to still go for it, and know how the story ends. There's a difference between knowing and doing and being different, making a difference. Just because you know better, are you going to do better? That's where it starts to kick in. That's when the self-love starts to kick in, the discernment starts to kick in. When you see that certain actions are keeping you in the same cycle, are you gonna do better now? Because it's like these tests come over and over and over and over and over. Like the answer is always gonna be C, okay? No matter where you put it, if the answer outcome is C, it's always gonna be C. Why do you keep choosing A? You know that's not the right answer. So once you know better, you need to begin to do better. And with everything, there is a good and a bad. And since we were talking about how we can learn from the bad, let's talk about how we can learn from the good also. Because a lot of people like to focus on the bad, but good also happens, okay? I know that I'm like, you know, life be lifing, but life be doing justice sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Highly favored, highly blessed, you know what I'm saying? Rocking with the real one. Good stuff happens, you know what I'm saying? So we also need to learn from these good experiences instead of dwelling on it. For examples, you know I love my examples. Someone could have won a trophy for something, right? And it's not the fact that they just won the trophy. This is like an amazing moment. People are cheering you on. Wow, you did it! You did it! Good job! You know what I'm saying? You're feeling the hype. You're feeling the love. Like, this person worked hard. The praise, like, they feeling good. Like, yeah, I done that. And in these moments, a lot of people like to dwell in these moments, and it can also cause sadness because they're feeling of a sense of, I will never get to experience this moment again. So they're living in that moment, like trying to get this like high back, instead of learning and trying to make more nights like that where they can win more trophies and get those like multiple nights of people praising them and saying, yes, you did a good job, and watching them come to whatever the fuck the trophy's for, but like, you know what I mean, you could use it for anything. And instead of just like, oh, like that was only a one-time thing, like that's never gonna happen again, I just need to, you know, instead of dwelling on like that's one and done. No, learn from like, okay, last time I won, I did this, okay, I can apply that so I can win again. Like you're not one and done. You got more where that came from. But you have to learn from what you did. Learn, how did you win last time? Take the steps and really focus on, how did I get there? You know what I'm saying? With anything. Like, say if you manifested something, what did I do? What was I thinking about? If you lost 50 pounds, if you lost 30 pounds, and you gain, like, how can I continue on this place to maintain it? How can I stay here to maintain this? What did I do? Instead of like thinking and staying in the past and just sitting there like, okay, this is it, this is all I got, this is where it's gonna stay, this feeling is one and done. No. The point of you getting it done was to learn from it. All of this stuff is to learn, okay? It's all to learn. You have to fail to learn. You have to go through bullshit to learn. Okay, so you can help yourself. That's the point of it. So to close that up, you can have another beautiful, amazing win. Learn from how you won the last time. You have more of those coming for you, okay? You got this. I'm rooting for you. I know this video is all over the place. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like someone needs to hear it, that like your past don't got nothing on you, okay? Your past can't hold you down. You know what I'm saying? You got this. I believe in you. So another reason why you are not gonna stay and dwell in your past and you're gonna learn from it is so you don't miss any opportunities. God has many opportunities for you. The ones that you've asked for, the ones that you didn't ask for. There are plenty of them, and you don't want to miss them by staying and dwelling on how everything went bad in the past. Because I'm not gonna lie, listen, let me tell you a little something. Come here. You cannot be sitting here crying, throwing up. Please, send it to me. Please, send it. I'm nothing without this. Send the husband, send the wife, send the money, send the job. And you actually doing the work. And God places it in front of you, but you have no idea what to do with it because of your past. Because you feel like just because it didn't work last time, it's not going to work now. Just because you feel like I'm not good enough for, or I'm not ready. Huh? Listen, the same way you wasn't getting it in that season was because you wasn't ready. Now that you received it, now you're not ready. Now you telling God what you're ready for and not ready for. Let me know how that works. Let me know how that go, because I don't think that makes sense. You got this blessing in front of you, but you can't even act on it. You can't even accept it, because sometimes the manifestation, the prayer be coming, and sometimes you have to be the one to unravel it. Sometimes you have to be the one to open it and see, you know what I'm saying? Act on it. Make the first move. Go for it. But you're sitting here so scared because of your past. Let me give you an example. Imagine you give a gift to someone, right? It could be wrapped nice. It could be wrapped crazy. You know what I'm saying? You probably had 5 minutes to do it. You give a gift to someone, and they looking at you crazy, and you looking at them crazy because they don't want to open it because they scared. You gonna look at them crazy and be like, you know what? Give me my damn fucking Apple headphones. Give it to me. I'll wear them. You gonna look at them crazy, okay? Give me them new Jordans. I'll wear them. Give me that PS5. You acting crazy. You don't know what you doing. I done bust my ass. Go pick up extra strips for this gift. You don't want to open it. I'll be damned. You'll never know what's inside the box if you don't open it. And guess what? Every gift you receive, you don't got to keep it. So even if it was, even if that man was the spawn of Satan, you don't got to stay. Even if that friend that came out of your life and you thought, oh my God, this is my new best friend and we're going to, you don't got to stay. Every gift that's given to you, you don't got to keep. Simple as that. But you would never know if you don't open it. Because just because the wrapping looks crazy or the wrapping looks nice, you would never know. You would never know. Why are you being so scary? Stop being scary. Because I'm going to tell you this. Ain't no right time. Ain't no right time. Ain't no right moment. Ain't no right second. It's not when you feel good. Just go for it. Stop being scary. With love. With peace and love. With peace and love. Moral of the story is, you was so quick to open that other gift. You ain't say nothing then. You was in a rush, right? So just open the gift. Open this one. It will reveal itself to you, okay? If it's bad, if it's good, it will reveal itself to you, okay? And you'll act according on that. That's it. Ain't nothing to be scared about. What's fear gonna do for you? Let me know. Because it happened before. That doesn't always have to be the case. That doesn't always have to be the story. Don't let your past paralyze you. Don't let it cause you to not be able to move on. Don't let it cause you to not be able to take those new opportunities. And hey, listen to me. Come here. And I'm not playing. Come here. when I'm talking about them gifts, I'm talking about that relationship you asking for. I'm talking about that job you was asking for, not your ex. Leave that alone. I wasn't talking about that one. That gift is ran through. Throw it away. Thank you. I hope y'all liking this video. I hope y'all having a good time. You know what I'm saying? A little FaceTime call, a little wake-up call. We all need it. You know what I'm saying? And another way, write this down, write it down. Another reason why you are going to learn from your past and not dwell on it is because you don't want to stop yourself from walking in your purpose. Yes, what a word. It's a word. It's a word. I need some organs. Hold on. I ain't getting no damn organs. I'm already saying comfortable over here. And I know I've been playing and joking around, but take me serious, guys. I'm actually being serious. Sometimes certain things happen to us in our life so we can help the next person. Because you never know. That breakup that hurt your heart so bad is so that you can help later on. So that story can help another person go through their breakup, another person to avoid going through heartbreak. Because that breakup could have happened when you were 17 and you were so heartbroken. First of all, you don't even remember their first name now. And years down the line, you have a daughter, you have a son, you have a niece, you have a nephew. And that same story helps them from getting played. Like, it actually prevents, the situation from happening, because you're like, oh, I seen this coming, or this happened, I didn't see this coming. And they can look out and know, okay, this happened to them, it might happen to me, because it's looking like, it's quacking like a duck. It's quacking like a duck. It sounds like a duck. It's looking like a duck. So and that happened how long ago? That was years ago. But that one situation helped prevent heartbreak for someone else. It's not always about us. Sometimes we like to sit in our own world like, oh my God, this is happening to us. This is, me. But sometimes, I'm telling you, sometimes it's to help others. It's to further along someone else's journey. That story was probably the story that they needed to hear. That pain that you went through, not just with the breakup, the business failing, this happening, someone passing. Now you just said a story, and that revolutionized somebody's mind and changed the way they were going to go about something. But it had to happen for you to learn from it so you can help. Because a lot of us learn from other people's mistakes. Some of us not hard-headed like y'all. No, I'm just kidding. JK. These stories and these heartbreaks and these misfortunes are valuable. They're always valuable. They're not just because sometimes like you put it in the back of your head doesn't mean that it's not valuable. Like those stories will come up and will be help for the next person, whether you realize it or not. Because sometimes God needed you to go through that to stop someone else from going through the same thing. God uses us in all ways, in different ways. And sometimes we may not be in the church, or we may not be in the streets helping people or being philanthropists and all that. But God uses us in all ways, all forms and fashions, okay? Trust me. So them stories be mattering, them heartbreaks be mattering. All of them stuff, it matters. It comes to play. Another example would be like, say if you're going somewhere, right? And the GPS takes you somewhere else and you're lost, you get lost. And you're like, oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. Like, you cussing it out, like, you know what I'm saying? You cussing people out. You like, what the hell, blah, 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 blah. You're so upset. And then you go into this store. And then I guess you overhear somebody talking. You being nosy. You overhear somebody talking about I need an inhaler. Like, oh my God, like somebody's kid is about to fall out and they need an inhaler. Damn, I need to slow down. And someone's child falls out and may need an inhaler. But remember, earlier you got lost and you had seen like a little urgent care that sells an inhaler shop. I know that's not realistic, but just stay with me. And because you got lost, you are able to help another person. Like, because you got lost, you just saved somebody's life. And you were upset about that. You was angry about that. You was tight. You was mad. And whole time that was happening so you can help another person. And you can apply that to many of stories where that happens, where you're taking your situation as me whole time. That is to help another person. That is to help others. Sometimes it's not all bad. Sometimes it's not always like to you. It's not always happening to you. It may be happening for the next person. You know what I'm saying? If all the things that I went through to be able to gain such wisdom and knowledge, of course, that's all God. But I had to go through certain experiences to even be sitting here, to even be telling y'all blase. Like, life experience was the college. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm able, because I could have, all these things that happen, I could have been like, no, but it's never been about me. You know what I'm saying? It's never been just about me. And That's why I'm able to sit here and say, hey, I think you should do this. Here's a suggestion. I went through this. Here's how I would go about it if I was you. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been there, done that. So when y'all see me yelling at y'all or anything, I'm really be talking to myself sometimes because, again, been there, done that. It's not always about you. So get out your ego and remember that some of these things are here to help the next person. So don't dwell on what's happening. Don't dwell on all the stories that have happened or created in your mind that it's always about, they all hate me, everybody hates me. No. There's things we can learn from certain things. There's certain things that we actually put ourselves through that we never even had to go through and we never even had to heal from. But it's us that is not listening and learning from our mistakes, learning from these tests that keep popping up over and over and over, where we find ourselves stuck. So moral of the story, it's not about us. It's not always about us. And remember that you are so strong and you can become a warrior out of this. Remember that the pain be having purpose. Despite it all, despite the pain, despite how it feels, despite if it feels like the world's gonna end right now, you know, it be having purpose. And you are holding on and you are doing the best that you can. And that this, whatever you may be going through, whatever may be happening at this moment, that this can be a story. This can be a lesson that you can learn to help you never go through it again, or at least find your way out if it does happen to happen again. But you got this. I am rooting for you. Remember also that you are loved by the Most High. You are divinely created and designed. Also, don't take too long. We need you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time and your patience. I hope I encourage someone to start looking at their past, to learn from it, not dwell on it, and stop beating yourself up. You got this. I love you. I hope you're having a great day, evening, afternoon, whenever you happen to be watching this. And remember that that pain and past can be wisdom for someone else. So go out there, go make the books, go make the content, go inspire the world, okay? I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye. God bless.